I hope you guys saw that thumbs down from Soulkey during the transition video. That's what he thinks of Larva right now. So we are going to be having Game 4 a ZVZ on Uzi Sara. Looking forward to having seeing if Larva can actually come back in the series and get the reverse all kill, or if Soulkey is going to continue to be an absolute god. And I know they're not going to use nice colors, so I'm just going to have to actually look up what these players' names are because I don't know. Team Soulkey. On, I got this, guys. I got this, guys. Don't look things up for me. I got this. I got this. Kim Min-chul. Oh, I should have known that. I know Soulkey's name. So Kim Min-chul is the yellow Zerg. So Soulkey's going to be in the bottom left-hand corner in the 7 o'clock position, and up in the 3 o'clock position in the red is going to be Larva. Very easy to remember. Soulkey's in the yellow chair. He's yellow. Larva has yellow hair. He's red. Very easy to remember. So we are going to be having the gas first coming out from Larva, which says that he's going to be going for a very aggressive build coming out. Soulkey, meanwhile, going for a bit more of a defensive standard build. He's not going to be going for any kind of super early aggression. It's just a very balanced build. The spawning pool feels really late, though. I could be wrong, but that's like a very late spawning pool for how early you actually get that gas. Maybe he's going to be going specifically for a timing later on with a natural expansion or something weird like that. I don't think I've ever seen a build that has that late of a pool, but still a fairly early pool coming out from Soulkey. He's definitely going to have lots of lings out early on that is going to be really annoying to deal with. But I wonder if this looks like it is just going to be a straight tech up to lair for Larva. He's actually not going to play the 2-base ling game. He's just going to go straight to lair with a couple of lings. So we're going to see Mutabilis play very early on. Lots of intense micro that's going to be going on in this beginning. 6 lings going across the map. It gets scouted by Larva, so he knows this is coming. The first 4 lings are spawning, so not too bad for Larva. He's going to have enough units to hold this off right now. He's going to make a good concave on this ramp, but he's got to make it quick before his opponent actually gets up there. And it gets a couple of free hits. That's really nice for Larva, so very well played so far. And just this dance of lings is going to continue. This is going to be very obnoxious for Soulkey to actually break up this ramp, especially now that this really nice concave has been formed. But Soulkey's going to go for it. He's going to try to break up in here. I think he really wants to find out what his opponent is doing, what tech is going on. Even if he gets a single ling up here, it's definitely good for him. But losing a lot of lings in the process, and Larva being really smart. He's continuing to make lings. He's not going to cut for drones. And off the back of that, Soulkey knows that he definitely has to go for the Mutabilis too, knowing that Mutabilis will come out eventually as well. Both players just continuing to make tons and tons of lings and continue this dance on the ramp. I don't see Soulkey ever actually breaking up, but he actually does manage to get up into the main, so he's going to be able to scout this going on. He's not going to be too surprised because this is, what you do. Like, you're not going to go for like a surprise like Hydralisk Den in this matchup or anything like that. So he's not going to be too surprised at what's going on, but it's nice to know what is going on in your opponent's base. You know how many drones they have, etc. And both players going for that Spire right now. Usually the player that gets the Spire first is actually going to be making a couple of Scourge so that you can actually run across the map and snipe your opponent's first Mutabilis. It's a very nice way to just maximize the value of having that earlier Spire and that earlier tech over your opponent. So let's see what the plan is, but both players on very low drone counts, very high numbers of lings, and Larva's actually got a small little counterattack set up when his opponent moves across the map with all these lings. But Soulkey being really smart, he's actually leaving a handful of lings back at home, expecting this counterattack as well. This isn't the best arc on the ramp for Larva, but he is going to be able to kill off any lings that try to get up here. And this has been the bane of his existence. He tries to go for the counterattack, but Soulkey's already ready for that, so that's going to be pushed back. And we should see the first couple of Mutalisks coming out pretty soon. Larva does get 2 lanes into the main of Soulkey, so those are going to be really annoying, but not microing them very well. If you can keep those lanes alive for a long time, it allows you to do so much, but it's so APM intensive, it's very difficult to actually do. But first couple of Mutalisks are going to come out and push this back. He's actually going for the flyer attacks instead of flyer carapace, so pretty interesting. I think generally speaking in Brood War, both of the upgrades for Mutalisks are about even. The attack upgrade being a little bit more inexpensive. StarCraft 2, I know you definitely go for the air carapace first, but in StarCraft 1, I believe they're about even. You guys can let me know. But this is going to be a very intense game, lots of small little micro wars where both players are trying to get ahead. And Soulkey actually building a pair of Scourge just to prevent any sort of early attacks coming out from Larva. I'm really surprised that Larva didn't go for the early pair of Scourge. Usually you can get ahead in the Muta count early on if you get very aggressive with that, but looks like he's just going to be playing it safe. Like I said, Larva is one of those players who always does better when he's allowed to macro up, play it safe, and play a more balanced style rather than trying to play the huge mechanical micro war against his opponent. So more and more Mutalisks coming out. Interesting style. Larva's actually going to attack with his Lings while defending with his Mutas. This is a very different style than we normally see. Usually you kind of split it up, or you send like a couple Lings out to scout while like moving around with your Mutalisks, but these Mutalisks are 100% committed to defense, and it looks like Larva may just be waiting for that +1 upgrade to finish so he can be aggressive. And really nice micro on those Lings, manages to trade pretty cost efficiently with Soulkey as well. Hey XXX, I used to play StarCraft 2. So whenever I talk about things, it's usually in reference to StarCraft 2. But Soulkey actually getting very aggressive with his Mutalisks right now. Looks like he might be actually trying to go for a big attack here, but +1 is going to be finishing fairly soon for Larva. He needs to be really careful about how he micros against these Scourge. And really nice play so far. There come the flanking Scourge. They're not going to find their targets. And Larva playing really nicely. He sniped all the Scourge. He's actually going to be able to push this back. Soulkey's going to have to split his Mutalisks up pretty soon because Larva getting quite ahead right now. He's +1 is going to be finishing up pretty soon. He's going to be able to trade significantly better. That snipe on the Overlord was pretty big, but even more Scourge coming in right now. Soulkey saying, I know I can beat you as long as I micro better than you. But +1 is finished for Larva right now. And there's the GG. Soulkey just going all in on that. And Larva's done it. He's beaten Soulkey. And the reverse all kill starts here.